Doctor, our topic is getting a better night's sleep. Thanks for joining us. Let's start off. What is a better night's sleep?
Well, a good night's sleep is one that you go to sleep in a reasonable time frame, short enough so that you're not frustrated with falling asleep in the first place. A good night's sleep is one where you don't appear to yourself as waking up excessively. And then the real money on a good night's sleep is when you wake up in the morning and you feel rested, and the result of that is that you're energetic and awake and alert through the rest of the day.
Well, doctor, what stands in the way of a better night's sleep?
Well, a lot of what prevents getting a good night's sleep are our own bad habits. To get a good night's sleep, your body clock has to be relatively synchronized with your behaviors. So your body needs to tell you it's time to go to sleep. You need to listen to your body when it says that and actually go to bed. The problem with our behaviors is that we tend to lead jumbled up lives. We go to bed one night, midnight. The next night we're really tired, so we go to bed at 9:30. It's a Friday, so we're going to stay out till 1 or 2. Maybe this is more true in a young adult or an adolescent. But the bottom line is that our body clocks get confused by schedules that are not routine. And as a result, one night we're ready to go to bed at 9, the next night we're ready to go to bed at 1, and yet our behavior and when we choose to go to bed is swimming against the tide as far as our internal, brain clocks are concerned. And so we try to go to bed when we're not ready, when the body isn't ready to go to sleep, or when we try to stay awake when we're desperately wishing we need to go to sleep. As a result, we wake up in the morning and we all act like shift workers, where we're tired, a little grouchy. That early afternoon siesta time seems really, really like a great idea, and we may in fact be dozing off in the middle of our work days or zoning out, as it were. So one thing that we do that messes us up is that we have irregular work schedules.
So what are some of the more successful strategies for getting a better night's sleep?
Well, to listen to your body, number one, and two, have a good understanding of how much sleep we actually need and actually try to go to bed and allow that much sleep. Some of us can get by with 6 hours. Some of us, the average young adult adolescent, needs probably closer to 9 or 10 hours of sleep at night in order to wake up in the morning and be refreshed and remain refreshed, alert through the day. So we need to go to bed at a regular time. We need to get up at a regular time, with relatively rare exceptions. You can cheat Friday night, you can cheat a little bit on Saturday night, but you can't cheat every night. Eventually you pay the price.
Can chronic pain affect sleep quality?
Any poor health can affect sleep quality. If our stomach's growling, or we're having heartburn, if our arthritis is bothering us, if we take medications that make us have to go to the bathroom every 15 minutes, all of those sorts of ill health issues can make it hard to get a good night's sleep.
What does it say about the quality of my sleep if I never have dreams?
One, it's not true. You just aren't aware of the dreams that are occurring in the night. We cycle up and down between light sleep, dream sleep, light sleep, deep sleep, dream sleep, all through the night at about an hour-and-a-half interval. And everyone dreams. On average, about 25% of the night is spent in dream sleep. Some of us tend to wake up during our dreams in the morning, and as a result, we're aware of the dream that we just had, and we're aware that we dream in general. Some of us tend not to wake up in dream sleep. We wake up in other stages of sleep, and we're totally unaware of the dreams that we had earlier through the night.
Well, let's say I'm getting a good night's sleep by my own estimation. Why am I still tired?
If you're going to bed at a regular time, waking up at a regular time, and you're getting 7, 8 hours, an adequate amount of sleep, if you're still waking up tired, then by definition there's something wrong with your sleep. Be it some movement disorder, breathing disorder, or whatever, there's something wrong.
You see a lot of sleep drugs, prescription drugs advertised on TV like Ambien and Lunesta. Is there any harm in relying on these drugs in order to get a better night's sleep?
Well, modern sleeping pills, or what we call hypnotics, are certainly safer than the drugs that were used 40 years ago, the drugs that, for example, Marilyn Monroe overdosed with. The drugs we use today are very, very safe. On the other hand, if you don't need a medication, you shouldn't be taking it. So if you need a drug to help you sleep and the diagnosis has been established, you're clear in your mind, that or in the doctor's mind, that it's an appropriate therapy, then one does not need to be afraid of sleeping medications. But we need to have a healthy respect for all drugs, and sometimes they're just not appropriate.
And what about self-medicating with drugs like Tylenol PM?
Generally, they're very safe. There are some individuals, particularly older individuals, so even over-the-counter preparations, which by and large are all antihistamine drugs. Those medications can sometimes still lead to hangover the next day. These drugs also tend to have a very short benefit period. They work really well for a week or two, and then they stop working much at all. But in general, they're very safe, which is why they're allowed to be sold over the counter.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
You're welcome. Thank you.